My bad. Either way. Let's see now. Let's go for Magmageddon. That is a 3v3. Do you have a Cassis one? I don't believe so. Greens have one, and grade here have another Regular 3 replay. Spawn on the north side as the Green Soviets, we have Hajime. Spawn on the right side as the Red Allies, we have Dutch Army. Spawn on the south side as the Blue Allies, we have the number 1. As spawn on the left side as the Yellow Soviets, we have Give Me a Good 1v1, who's gone for a 3v3. On the left Orange Empire player, we have Tono Cruz. Spawn on the top side as the Magenta Allies, we have Zard, who has a yellow reactor right there. Usually, people throw reactors near the middle one to prevent them from going down. I'm not sure why he went up north right there. Dogs push way forward, trying to escort the dog. Not dog, engineer. Yeah, the dogs are trying to escort the other dogs, which actually does make sense to prevent roars, barks, things of that sort. 2 more bears push way forward. 2 dogs pursuing that bear. And looks like the... Ooh! And the red dog here is camping, getting 3 kills there. And he's pinged... The Soviet player has pinged something, not sure what. Let's get a nice roar there with the bear. Does finish the dog, and that dog immediately jumps out and bites the bear. And the red dog is still getting kills. We're gonna go for the Peacekeeper. And I got mutual death right there. Molotovs being thrown onto Magenta's oil derrick. Something got cleaned up there, maybe from a Vindicator. And does go and bomb that bear, not going for the conscripts. Magenta's pushing way forward, got a handful of Peacekeepers, a single dog. And the bear gets a great roar there. Goes for another roar there, getting the rest of the infantry, and we'll go clean up the rest of the stuff. Dog gets a nice bark there, but doesn't save any infantry. Let's finish off the bears there, and we'll get himself a conscript. Over here, Imperial Warrior engaging the blue refinery. And Magenta starts to make his way forward with his MCV. Oh, looks like the Bullfrog picked up some conscripts there. Could throw them back away. And picks up the rest of his conscripts there. Does get a roar off there, but does manage to pick them up in time. Let's get a nice little snare there. And does get the infect, so that Dojo Core will be cleaned on up. Down south, we do have these Bullfrogs. Mass paradrop right here. We got multiple piece of flak troopers here. I thought there was a bit more right there. A couple of black magmites coming forward. 2 ball segments are down, going for the kill there on the ore refinery. And now going to throw some mines there onto... Nope, not on the Prospector. And the Prospector does receive a bit of fire there, putting a low damage. Say trying to avoid the fire there from the Orange Mecha Tengu. It does get cleaned up there by the Orange Mecha Tengu. If you're war trying to harass this Prospector, up north we do have, I think, some bombing runs. And we got these Vindicators trying to find some targets. Does not find any targets, he so choose. Orange Jet Tank is flying about. And we got a Terror Drone put up by Green, and does manage to grab a snare onto that Bullfrog. Green's ore collector now under fire from the Jet Tengu as the symbol throwing some automatic weapons fire onto the Peacekeeper. And that ore collector does get cleaned on up. It is being queued up now. Orange and Magenta pushing the way forward, trying to engage perhaps red. See a bombing run there onto the Vindicator itself. Does get the Apollo. And now here comes the Vindicators being gunned down on the deck. Throw some bombs there onto the Vindicator as well. Another bomb on the Vindicator, so all the Vindicators are blowing up on the deck. And there goes that Jet Tengu or Mecha Tengu. We got a Tesla Coil and A reactor deployed out by yellow, and that is actually a turret push by yellow onto red. And red's low in power as well, so he can't get enough. And focus on the power plant is the best option because he already knows he's at low power now. Armor runs coming down to Orange's Imperial Warriors. Gets good damage from there, trying to disrupt Green's Tesla Coil. And sells off the refinery right there, so red is on massive siege as Green is getting some picks here and there on the offensive forces. Point blank laser lock does manage to clean up that multi-gun turret in time. Another multi-gun turret, this time deployed up by purple. Blue's MCV does drop a multi-gun turret before backing away and resets up immediately. Bombing run on the Javelin Troop. And that Vindicator does go down. Up north, we got a sickle into the refining line of Magenta. Shotguns at point blank can take out a flat gun. And Red's MCV is now under siege. Does dodge the bombs there, make the kill there, does the kill there, and the airfield goes down as well. Bonsai charge has been activated. It does cancel whatever was inside that barracks, and another turret being put out by yellow, creeping forward with his reactors. Good cryo shot there. Those are Magenta's forces. And Magenta's turret still chills, so it's not receiving full rate of fire. Just going to get up and going now. Red's flat out turret as well, so blue and red are turret pushing yellow, as yellow is turret pushing red. And orange does lose our refinery there. Gets a nice bonsai charge, clean up those peacekeepers. Up north, got a massive naval sword of air forces. And hammer tanks are cleaning up the boot camp right there. Yellow will need a hand, maybe play out Tesla Coil behind the walls to be in order. Orange's air forces are advancing onto Red's new refining location. Could drop down and we'll go and focus down that multi-gun turret. Red does pack up his NCV, gets 1, 2 crushes, 3 crushes onto those mecha tankers, 4 crushes on the mecha tankers, and more of these mecha tankers are being bombed on the ground. Apollo's coming support as well, but looks like Red does get a nice snare from yellow. Yellow maybe out. Red maybe back force out the game. Red has nothing left. Power plants, and does back out the game, giving all the infrastructure to blue. More bomber runs, looks like a double kill there on the bullfrogs along the hammer tanks. They're not being, they could be bombed some more, but they're getting they will overrun their airfield. Need to focus down perhaps the Vindicators first. Yeah, one Vindicator does get blown on deck. May see a couple bombs here. Not enough to take out a hammer tank. And he will take out the airfield. Got a fully heroic hammer tank now ready to push on forward. Orange try to go for harassment there onto a multi-gun turret. We'll find an angle there. Does kill off the terror drone there, taking the kill while still infected. Gray's rebuilding his ore collector, so both down. Needs to hold his production until that gets fixed. And now the hammer tanks are pulling him back. He got 2 heroic ones. He does hit the front one. He could have kept the front one wounded or get the other ones a bit easier. Finished off that one as well. Got some heroic chopper VXs. More bombing runs onto Blue's multi-gun turret. That one actually may have been built by Red, actually. And, oh, that's the end of the game. I genuinely have no idea who won that game. I think, I genuinely have no idea who won that game. For those who are paying attention to who actually was doing better, let me know in the comments. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Yep, a little bit of disappointment, honestly. And I assume there's another 3v3. Yes, it is. I think it's team left versus right side, I'm assuming. Greens everyone, and Grade here for another Relic 3 replay. Spawn on the left side as the Yellow Soviets, we have Dimon. Spawn on the left side as the Green Allied player, we have ASDF GHJK period, which should be an L, not a period. Spawning as their Magenta Empire, we have Tony Cruz. Spawn on the right side as the Orange Allies player, we have Everos 331. On the right side as the Red Empire player, we have Dutch Army 123. And as the Blue Allied player, we have Never Cheese. Dogs pushing way forward, trying to engage the bears, but there's 2 bears, 1 dog. Oil derrick has been claimed here. This oil derrick being claimed. Also, there's 2 central oil derricks. I really don't know this map all too well. We got the bears pushing way forward, gunning down some of the dogs. Let's see, there's another oil derrick, and there's another oil derrick. So all players have access to an oil derrick. Got a roar there, stunning the dog, and the dog will be gunned down. Molotovs being thrown onto the oil derrick now. And does get a nice bonsai charge there. And does get a nice shield there to protect them. And does not control the shield there. Bonsai charge has ended, so got some good kills there with that Imperial Warrior. We got multi-gun turret versus multi-gun turret. Red is engaging green. Where is... that's just I was just wondering. Oh, that's Red's. The build radius came from Red's dojo. That's how those build radius there. I was trying to look for an MCV or something, but after all, it's just the build radius of the dojo board. This one does get cleaned up as well. So green has some multi-gun turrets here. Clean up some of the wall segments as well. On the right side, we got a massive number of conscripts. That's a lot of conscripts. Peacekeeper starts to make his way forward. MCB's charging forward, trying to get some crushes there. Does get 1 crush. Will be surrounded. Blues with the cares coming for close air support. Threw a few extra bombs on that one, and mass Molotov charging forward. That MCB needs to get back over to his base. He can carve his own path, but he's surrounded by conscripts. Green's pushing forward some Peacekeepers squad out. Yellow's conscripts as well. Got a hit squad of orange Peacekeepers making his way north. And Blue has not been able to deploy out boot camp to build its own conscript, so Red needs to send out support as soon as possible. He is getting some jet Tengus, but those will take a bit of time to gun down through everything, but he is providing some support. Maybe honorable discharge would be useful. So he's backing on off, trying to rely on the repairs of his teammates' airfield to keep his force alive. He doesn't want to use honorable discharge. He doesn't want to upgun the Fort Cookland. It's not in the low damage state, so no reduced income from there. He gets some good damage right there all across that line. Turns out the health bars. Jet Tengus are not fully healed, but they're pretty good repaired. Orange will win this battle, but Orange does back away first. And Jet Tengus will, of course, win the Air Spirit fight right there. Dolphin pushes way forward, gets some good damage there. Does do a nice jump there to avoid fire, but get gunned down in the air thanks to the jump ability. That considered a trick shot. Fresh ore collector there. Honorable discharge gets some good damage in. Got a flak tower here as well. And these few wars are engaging the Jet Tengu. Up north, we do have the Mecha Tengus pushing way forward, getting some good damage there onto the ore collector. Multi-gun turret, throwing some missiles on in as well. runs going on in. He gets good damage all across the line. He is doing some good bomb splits. There's just so many conscripts, so many targets. He needs a multi-gun turret. Oh, great crush there by the Prospector. And great bark there by the dog as well. He's able to finally clean up this conscript force. The dog does get gunned down there as the last conscript does go down, and receive more damage from the honorable discharge from anything else. This one is being harassed by another Mecha Tengu or Jet Tengu. Tesla coil being deployed out by yellow. And the multi-gun turret there does get cleaned on up by the Magmites. Throwing some more Magmites there as with the Tesla coil pushing some damage in. Hull's going on down. Magmines pushing way forward, getting some good damage there. Multiple Magmines getting some great damage, plus the Tesla coil, and looks like the Black Troopers do get cleaned on up. Down south, we've got the dog next to the naval dockyard, Vero dockyard, and we've got the Dolphin in response. Satellites raining on in. Was that his own satellites? Either way, he lost some conscripts to the satellites. Hydrofoil, not exactly effective in this situation. And those Dolphins will have their trouble there. Multi-gun turret finds some shots in. Cryo shot coming on in. He may be on to get a quick kill there. Nothing reason to pick it off. Maybe this Dolphin here. Vindicator does clean those up and throws rest bombs on the Dolphin there. Prospector looks like a fresh Prospector there. Now we've got some hammer tanks on the front line, but there's a lot of jet tank, mecha tanks in this region. Walls being deployed and out. Javelin troops and the hammer tank scraps being aggressive just to help clean up those wall segments, get them out of the way. I don't know why, at this current time, with all these walls in the region, maybe deploy out a prison tower? Good defensive line, a lot of infantry. I don't know why a prison tower just seems not half bad. Jet Tengu is still flying about. Got a good number of tank clusters here. Red is going to spawn with his own Mecha Tengus. And we've got greens and orange Apollos now engaging. Red did not transform up to support his teammates' Apollos. Those are cleaned on up. War Clicker is maybe in damage safe. I don't think so. Over here, we've got a mass assault here by all the infantry, some javelin troops on the high ground as well, and that's the end of the replay. I have no idea how these replays are ending, but I think the right side lost that one. By the way, this is Andy Gray saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And this is why I don't cast tournament games, because they abruptly end, and I have no idea how it really ever goes. Let's go ahead and do this one. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Relic 3 replay. Spawn on the left side as the green allies, we have Mastermind. Spawn on the right side as the red allies, we have Prince. Attack Dog pushes his way forward. We do have a Peacekeeper here. Two boot camps right here. That's a little bit unusual. Should we just see the one Attack Dog pushes his way forward, may spot the extra Peacekeepers, and may realize that's a little bit too quick, and may realize that's multiple boot camps. No engineer just yet. We do have another Peacekeepers going out, both double boot camp. Both sides going for double boot camp. That's unusual. Wait, is this one of those tournament replays where it's just both sides massing infantry? So it's Peacekeeper versus Peacekeeper. Green is not having good positioning here. Red is getting some great positioning. They start picking up some of these Peacekeepers. These Peacekeepers does find a good engagement there. And now we got, oh, the dog managed to go back around and bites the engineer. Good little pick there. The dog was never cleaned up and got himself a free engineer kill. That's very, very good. Another ore refinery. That's a pretty late ore refinery. This one is pretty late as well. Both the boot camps have been sold on off, so it's likely not one of those replays where they just spam basic infantry. Because if he were to be, if that's the name of the game, they would keep the boot camps around. Looks like green got a better strike there, but I think red has more force. Green has a bit more spread out force there. A lot of splash damage right there. I think, ooh, it's coming pretty close, but I think green will win out in the end. Yeah, green does have sporadic force here, but they're all pretty wounded. Better shield Michael by red. And looks like red will manage to win with his reinforcements. Got a couple peacekeepers here. They can be focused on quite easily. Got a pair of dogs here as well. He'll stop. He can perhaps get a nice kill there. Gets a nice bark there before the shields go up and cleans up the rest of those peacekeepers there. With one peacekeeper and two dogs, green can't push forward. And does manage to get this oil derrick. Now we've got an airfield before them out. We got an Apollo here. Nothing here at the moment. So one green dogs go around scouting. There he is. And now we do have the MCV packed on up, moving its way out. Pyrocopter, Apollo, and Vindicator make an advance, trying to do the classic combo. Does bomb the dog. The Vindicator will get gunned down there, so overall great engagements there by green. Red's putting out some more peacekeepers. Maybe I for some aggression. Maybe I get out expansion before applying some aggression. Prospector being frozen, trying to set up the command hub. And does get frozen there. Throws on the bomb in time. And could throw this last bomb onto one of these javelin troops. Pyrocopter receiving a little bit too much fire there. And sells off the boot camp there now. Let's get a prospector back on out. This one is on the build queue. And start freezing it down now. Does get it frozen. The Vindicator's coming around. Does get unfrozen in time, so we will have to rely on Cryo's shot to finish it off. Good bomb splits there. Need two bombs to kill off the Peacekeeper, and does manage to throw the first bomb, another one. Gets a full health one. Overkills that one, I believe. Could potentially got 1, 2, 3. That one was pretty low in health, so may have not required two bombs. By the way, this close air support is doing a good job. Picks up a low health one there and cleans that one up as well. Trek does get inside the garrison, so it does manage to save that one. These two are going to inside the garrison as well. With the Wall 7s here, he won't be able to siege down the airfield. And we do have a multi-gun turret deployed on out. Over here, that's a handful of javelin troops. Peacekeeper will be cleaned on up. Cryo shot does come on board. Does get the freeze there. But nothing to capitalize on it. Not even a Vindicator out in the field, I believe. So that one will cover it. It will just harass the economy. I wonder if it also stops him from automatically reharvesting, or will it continue its order. I'm not exactly sure. Usually when we see it frozen like that, it is off the center, so I think it has been ordered off. Couple freezes there. Picks off one of them. That one should be in range, but maybe I don't know. It should be in vision range. And that one does not get cleaned up there, but there's enough javelin troops to overwhelm that. Maybe a laser lock can help really finish it off, but we've got a dog in pursuit. Flying fetch. Javelins do say go long, and it's going pretty far away from the boot camp there. Does get a nice bark there to make sure those ones are cleaned up. And there's now a fully heroic dog. Dogs start out C. Those are green dogs. Has own refinery location. Indicators on patrol. We do have some javelin and peacekeepers here. Both sides do have 3 refineries. This dog's just here, dog paddling there, just to provide scouting. And we've got this prospector now being frozen. But we've got the Apollo in pursuit, but we've got 2 Apollos for greens. There's 2 Apollos for red, so we do have neutral air security. Overkill for bombs, but does manage to get the kill there. Gets in halftime micro the indicators. And these Apollos do receive a bit of pair there. Red does fall back. He does lose that one to the javelin troop inside the garrison. Apollos do flying about, getting some good damage there. He actually has 4 Apollos, so he does, and 2 Vindicators, so he has gotten the second airfield over here. Third Vindicator has been pulled on out as well. So there's going to be a lot of close air support to deal with these peacekeepers. Cryo shot coming forward does freeze the multi-gun turret. It hasn't actually killed it off. That's a big oversight. It does finish off whatever aircraft on the deck there was. Oh, some good kills there by those peacekeepers. Defensive multi-gun turret here. We got the Air Force of Green pushing forward. 2 Apollos, or 2 Vindicators, 4 Apollos, and 1 cryocopter. Can spend time to bomb that one individually. He's trying to make sure he gets the kill there on the prospector. Look at the kill there. Does throw 2 bombs there, and the cryocopter will escape on out of there. Apollo's now engaged with all the javelins nearby. He needs to do perhaps a master retreat. Does take out the cryocopter. Maybe throwing some javelin troops on that side of this garrison provides some anti-aircraft support. Probably a good idea. Looks like the dog there got cleaned up by the Vindicator. Right is still on 1 airfield. Something's been queued on up. Maybe it's another airfield. Nope, it is a seaport. Green's pushing away forward with peacekeepers. We're fighting against mostly a mixed force of javelin and peacekeepers. So Green, I think, has more peacekeepers, but of course this multi-gun turret there, taking off his opponent and coming in for a nice little bombing run there. Now Red's gonna make a counterattack. The Red does have more peacekeepers, but a bit more spread out. Now we do have some Guardian tanks being poured on out by Green. Javelin troops not too far behind Red's peacekeepers. Red's peacekeepers have so far gone unretaliated, and there goes that Apollo. Cryo shot does coming forward. We'll get a number of these javelin troops. Will not get the multi-gun turret, however. Peacekeepers are trying to play forward, and those javelin troops have recovered from this freeze. So bad engagement there by Green, and didn't even get the high value target he was trying to get, the multi-gun turret. Vindicators pushing their way forward with some Apollos. Trying to perhaps bomb that region. Red has a pretty good force here. He knows his opponent's cryo shot is on cooldown. Gets one kill down the Apollo on the Vindicator on the retreat. And that's going to cryo again and cryo blast, I believe, that region. 1, 2, and 3. He does sell these two off. I'm not sure about the ore refinery. So it does get a bit of a rebate. And the Apollo does go down. Knocks around the Peacekeepers a little bit. One of these multi-gun turrets is loaded up with Peacekeeper, so it has a automatic shotgun on top. And there's an assault destroyer here by Red. Does it cleaned on up? He will need some more support there. Does scatter move there. And we'll start making his advance now. Javelin troops need to be a bit more micro. They're being pushed on forward a little bit. Green's force is nice spread out. There's Athena here. The Javelin troops need to start focusing on the Guardian tanks are crushing them. Cryo shot does come forward. Does get a couple breaches there as Red's infantry forces does get grind up being too spread apart. And great crushes there by Green. And now the Athena cannon will go ahead and pick off these multi-gun turrets. Probably best just sell them off this moment of time. Heroic Vindicator does see some missiles hit there and goes down. Camp receiving a substantial amount of fire now. Does get cleaned up there, and one of the conscripts for our Peacekeeper does clean up. And Red has deployed out an aircraft carrier with an EMP missile. The EMP missile does claim the Athena's there. This multi-gun turret will finish off that Athena. Will not throw any missiles there onto the other Athena, as the Athena will receive a strike from the aircraft carrier, taking it out. And we got a nice freeze there, shattering all those forces, so Red is making a pretty good counterattack there. Multiple heroic Peacekeepers. And does get picked off from one of their models there. Just keep some of these guys alive. The heroic Peacekeepers making their advance, getting some great damage there. And looks like now Green has the heroic Peacekeepers. And the dead Athena cannon. Engineer comes out. Apparently that construction yard was severely wounded, getting a nice little repair. Or big repair, I should say. Blue camp will be cleaned on up. And now we've got a cryo blast coming out on top of the refinery. With a pair of cryocopters there, it can be quickly frozen. Does pack up to avoid the targeting there. Still quite shielded. Trying to clean up the Peacekeeper's war gets frozen. This Peacekeeper has not rotated his fire, but the Vindicator does get killed there. Single Apollo pushes the way forward, does clean up one of those cryocopters. Another one is being gunned down. Will be gunned down. Peacekeepers and Athena camera starts moving forward. Of course, he still has the seaport for building another construction yard and seeing how slow it is. Maybe it is another construction yard. Also camping the airfield here. Now the Oro deck will be under siege. And the naval yard will not go down as long as that aircraft carrier is in range. It's currently elite, receiving some one full burst there. Here comes the next sortie, going from the EMP missile. There's, substantial amount of fire by, and he does take out that Athena cannon there. And the MCV does come on out, so he has to save the naval port. another prospector there before I can be deployed. We also have some hydrofoil here who needs to protect that aircraft carrier. Hydrofoil's not in route. Aircraft carrier Pyrocopters will not be able to take on that. Does get a kill there, getting fully heroic. That could looks like just a single dog. So that the dog gave the aircraft carrier fully heroic status. Red is pushing forward to Apollos. Does keep the Pyrocopter there. Now here comes the next bomber run there. And Red will fall back with his own Apollos. Red could be eyeing for ore refinery here. Something expensive was just queued on up. Yes, it is another ore refinery. Green starts making his way forward with his peacekeepers. This area will be frozen, no problem. I'll just sell it off immediately. And sells off both that infrastructure there as well, being a nice 900 credit rebate. And now the ore refinery will be cleaned on up. Another bomber run coming in by the aircraft carrier. We've got a prospector being deployed. Lots of Riptides here, which could overwhelm the aircraft carrier. Only has hydrofoils to escort it, and the Riptides could focus on the hydrofoils first, and then the aircraft carrier. Peacekeeper's pushing way forward with all these wall segments. He's unable to threaten this infrastructure. And Red does have a prospector here. EMP missile. This is a perfect time for an EMP missile. Gets a bomb run. Doesn't get a kill there. I would have opened up the EMP missile. And here comes the EMP missile. Point blank EMP missile. Only gets one. Weapon jammers. He also gets one of his own hydrofoils with the weapon jammer out. This one needs the weapon jammer out. Rotor gun turret will, of course, provide a nice buffer there for the aircraft carrier. The self-repairs will be handy. And multiple jams there, focusing down these Riptides. Another one goes down. Both of them are still jammed. They will manage to sneak on out there. Maybe throw some rounds in the air base with the aircraft here in the region. He won't be able to throw much rounds. Airfield was sold off. The Apollos must be dead. Vindicator does open up the way for the Peacekeepers. Let's see. There's still ore in these refineries, not so much on this one, but it is worth to have Red expand out this region. Green is right now 1 refinery income, still has oil derrick, which is very important. Now here comes the Vindicators and the Riptides pushing way forward, gets some good hits there. The does get the kill there on that heroic Vindicator. Of course, the Green's Air Force is cleaned on up. Bomb rounds do come forward by Red's Vindicators. Gets good hits there. Gets a crush there on one of the Riptides as well. And getting more and more bomb rounds to sell with this multi-gun turret in this region. It's not looking good for Green. There's another bomb round there. And Red still has his refinery, but it's not being properly tasked. This one's interrupting. Cryogeddon has been cast, which will hit the airfield. He does abandon the deck. Throws some bombs there. He does get a guy back on the deck and does get full goes down. Saves one of the Vindicators, but one of them does go down on the deck as well. Aircraft carrier still alive, fully heroic, still self-repairing. Slowly picking off Green's infrastructure. He's starting banding his infrastructure. And receives a pair of bombs there. Red has not realized that refining issue. Maybe a good idea for Green not to attack that, so he doesn't notice that there's yep, since he attacked it, it alerted that Red that this one's not harvesting, so it would have been a good idea not to attack it to allow his opponent to be unaware. Javelin troops and single peacekeeper making their way forward. This multi-gunner turret will be more enough to protect unless he runs into the radius with the javelin troop and not laser rocket. Good bomb runs there, and does keep the Vindicator. No, he does not keep the Vindicator alive. Probably still worth it in the end. And the aircraft carrier says hello. Again, hitting this low value infrastructure. Sells off all of that. He could deploy out the prospector, sell it off for some extra cash as well. Green's MCV's here. Let's switch over to him. Has enough credits for a refinery, but it's cutting it pretty close. And he still actually has this oil derrick, which actually is still quite important. So a little less than 15,000. This is almost depleted. This one has the same amount as this one, funny enough. But those are both pretty weak, so even if Green expands out to that location, it won't net him resources for much longer. And right now, he needs a massive, perhaps 2 airfield, 4 Apollos, except maybe 5 or 6 Apollos with a bunch of cryocopters to freeze down the naval units. Green starts charging with infantry over here. I do have a engineer here for some odd reason. Don't see anything to repair. I'm not sure what that engineer is meant for. It's not from a sold off MCV either. Does go. The engineer does escape out to the sea. And this airport will be cleaned on up. Naval dockyard still here. And we got a prospector deployed out by Red over here. Green slowly building up the infrastructure, going for a large number of cryocopters to freeze down those hydrofoils. They're still both of them alive. But he needs to make sure he takes out Red's Apollos as well. Motogon turret getting a lot of pot shots there. Yep, got a number of kills right there. And this refinery location. Oh, we got a time bomb deployed now. And that's Green's base location wall, so he sold them off. Got some good damage there. The time bomb was an interesting choice. He could have just sold off the walls in order to get the prospector. But maybe he didn't realize his walls at first before blowing out the time bomb. Motor gunner turret does go down there. Hydrofoil is still alive. We still have the aircraft carrier, heroic aircraft carrier alive. Cryo again here, but nothing. Oh wait. Cryocopter's Vindicator sells that off. Gets a kill there and throws a bomb on the airbase, not realizing there's actually not it being frozen. Both those aircraft does get cleaned on up, and now this base location is sieged by Red, and Pink Green is going to be knocked out of the game. More bomb runs for the heroic status. Plus, it takes more than one bomb to kill off Peacekeeper anyways. Yep, Green system airfield. Not enough. He does not have enough income for a oil derrick or oil refinery. He does have a oil derrick. At this one time, he should just back out of the game. Oh no, any 2 of your units. Okay, that's only his own units. I was wondering, could he swap that with the aircraft carrier, make it thrown to land? So that's the power plant. He actually does have 2,000 now. But he's still trying to stay alive, but this is really a stalemate. or not stalemate, it's Red's game. Red has a massive air force, so he's gonna hunt down where his opponent is, and that was a recon run, I think, from Red. So now he knows his opponent's back up here. There's no reason why he would do a recon run on his own base. Freeze on the MCV. He knows nothing's threatened there. He sees the deployed ore refinery. Trying to go for a gun turret, but he will not be successful, and he will get the freeze there. And he's going to try to go for a 1-2-3 punch to finish the game. Cryo will get in as well. And here comes the flashy ending, which didn't happen. This is Anagrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I'm going to be running low on replays as well. Oh, I need to use restroom. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Let's see now. And these both, these all tournament replays. You know what? I'm just gonna call it a night. I'm not a big fan of casting tournament replays at this moment. So everyone, have a good night.